From Memorial Park in Ocean City, New Jersey, BFA Live Sports is proud to present South Jersey South Shore Baseballs. Tonight, the Ocean City Water Dogs host the Northfield Cardinals. Hi, everybody. Tom Wilms here. Thanks so much for joining us. Well, right now, the team that's taking the field, the Ocean City Water Dogs, they are the hottest team in the league right now. They've won 8 in a row, 9 of their last 10, and sitting in third place with a 13-7 record. They're coming off a doubleheader sweep with the Somers Point Captains by scores of 5-2 and 2-1, while Northfield, they're right with them. And at 12-9, they're in fourth place. They played last night and upended the Absecon Outlaws by a score of 4-2. Third and final meeting of the season between these two squads back on May 27th. It was a home game for Ocean City, but it was played at Northfield, and it was a 10-3 Cardinals victory. Then just over 3 weeks later, on June 18th, the game was played at Northfield, and it was a Northfield home game, and it was a 10-3 win for Ocean City, as Joe Gallagher and Jason Downey each hit 3-run homers. As the Water Dogs scored 8 in the first 2 innings, were able to cruise from there. So, 2 10-3 games, each team picking up 1 victory. Let's see how this one shakes out as we head right towards the end of the season. One thing certainly to take a look at is the Ocean City. Again, very impressive record lately. At home, they are 5-4, while Northfield, they are 5-3 on the road, 7-6 at their home park. Looks like we're just about ready to get rolling. On the mound for Ocean City is Jaden Schertel. Schertel out of Hamilton. He's a UMBC commit out of Holy Spirit High School. Just coming off a non-public B championship of the South Jersey. As here comes Justin Klemick to step to the plate to start things off this evening. And first pitch on its way. That's in there for a strike, and we're underway. Beautiful night for baseball. A little warm, low 80s. Wind blowing across left to right. Lefty versus righty matchup as you see in the pitch. Swung on and missed. And it's quickly 0-2 here to Klemick. Klemick out of Ocean View. And Immaculata University out in Pennsylvania. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. 3 pitches and 3 strikes. Yeah, for sure. It's 1 away. So with 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the first inning, here is Brett Ewing. Ewing out of Gloucester County College. Back in 2013, he was a 340 hitter for the Roadrunners. And the first pitch is swung on, fouled back. And it's 0-1. And that 2013 team, a number of draft picks and signees to Major League Baseball. Narciso Crook, who ended up with Cincinnati. And Jeff Singer right now, who is in AAA for the Phillies. Here's the pitch. Swung on, let us lift it into right center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. And towards the gap it goes. Wide turn by Ewing. But he'll stay put at first. First hit of the game for the Cardinals. And with 1 out and 1 on, here comes Demetrius Johnson. Johnson out of Glassboro, New Jersey, Delsey High School, and Goldie Beacom down in Delaware. Smart stealer is Johnson. 3 for 3 this year, so not a lot of opportunity for Goldie Beacom. But a chance here to, at very least, move Ewing over. First pitch is high for a ball, goes to 1-0. Lights already on, and as you may be able to see, shadow over home plate, but not over the mound, so ball could tend to at least seem to disappear. So here comes the 1-0. That's high for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes here to Johnson. That should only last about an inning or so, or from what I'm being told. Not a huge lead at first from Ewing. That's low for a ball, just below the knees. 3-0 here to Demetrius Johnson. Setting up the defense for Ocean City. Chris Jablonski's at first. Brian Curry is at second. Andrew DePasquale is at short. MJ Ginn is at third. Josh Arnold is in left field. Brody McKenzie in center. Jackson Vanesco is in right. Joe Gallagher behind the plate as he receives that one high and outside. It's ball 4. First walk given up by Schertel. So runners at first and second with one away, and here comes the DH, Bobby Baxter. Well, a little bit of stress here for Schertel on the mound as he works from the stretch in that third base side of the rubber. To the lefty Baxter, first pitch. Swung on at the high pop-up, shallow left field, charging in. Here is Arnold going back the shortstop, able to make the catch. And maybe blowing in a little bit from left field. We did mention going left to right, but maybe more so blowing in. So with 2 outs and 2 on, here comes the catcher, C.J. Brown. Brown out of Stockton University. Hitting from the right side again. It's Ewing on at second. Johnson on at first. Playing top of the first. And a little look back towards second. First pitch on its way, and it's on the inside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Yeah, very end of the season here. Game number 22 here for Northfield, 21 for Ocean City. So here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball inside and low. Good job backhanding by Gallagher. And it looked like a back foot slider. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Brown. Infield back with the first baseman back as well. So here comes the 1-1. Cut on and missed on a fastball. Well, got a piece of it at least. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that ocean breeze really going to play some havoc here. If you're going to get one out of here, it's going to have to be down the right field line. Into left field could be problematic. So here comes the 1-2. At the knees, and he struck him out. Second strikeout for Schertel, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left after a half inning. It's Northfield 0, Ocean City coming to bat here on BFA Live Sports. Heading to the bottom of the first inning, Northfield threatened but did not score, so they take the field. Here's the starting lineup for the Ocean City Water Dogs. Leading off will be Andrew DePasquale. He'll play at shortstop. Brian Corey will play at second base. Jaden Schertel, the pitcher, will bat third. In the cleanup spot, the catcher, Joe Gallagher, batting fifth. First baseman, Chris Jablonski, batting sixth. Second, the center fielder, Brody McKenzie. Batting seventh, right fielder Jackson Vanesco. Batting eighth, left fielder Josh Arnold. And batting ninth is the third baseman MJ Ginn. And batting 10th will be Dan Boudreau. He'll set up as the EH, the extra hitter. Taking a look at the defense for the Northfield Cardinals, Juan Mejia's at first base, Brett Ewing's at second. Justin Epifanio is at short. J.J. Swenkowski's at third. Demetrius Johnson left field, Justin Klemick in center, Ethan Hickson in right, C.J. Brown is at the plate, and the first pitch is in there from Ethan Dodd. Andrew DePasquale at the plate. Righty-righty match in the 0-1. That's at the knees for a strike, and it is quickly 0-2. Ethan Dodd on the mound. Just graduated from Egg Harbor Township High School. Plays for the Jersey Shore Fire as well. At least did, as here comes the 0-2. Breaking ball, bounced foul on the third base side. And again, it's 0-2 to Andrew DePasquale out of Atlantic Cape Community College. And from right here in Ocean City. It'll take a little time to settle down that foul ball. And it's another 0-2 count due in here to DePasquale. And the pitch on its way. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. First strike here for Ethan Dodd. Well, both pitchers starting out with the swinging strike. So here comes Brian Curry. At a Mainland Regional High School and LSU. And the first pitch to him is in the dirt for a ball, and it goes to 1-0. Dodd working relatively quickly here. So here comes the 1-0. Swung on and missed. And it's 1-1. Now, I'll admit this is my first experience with the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League, and it seems like it's a fast-paced version of the games. That's fouled off of the plate, and it's 1-2. 7-inning contest. That'll be done in about 2 hours. Well, try doing that in Major League Baseball. Those 7-inning games and those doubleheaders last about 2:20. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. 2 straight strikeouts for Ethan Dodd, and it's 2 away. He certainly is bringing it. Challenge fastballs. With 2 outs, nobody on. And the first pitch on its way. Outside and low for a ball. It goes to 1-0. There may have been a change in the lineup here. I had Jaden Schertel, but this looks like it's John Waters. So they may have added Waters as a DH. That is in there for a strike. And it's 1-1. We'll have to check on that as here comes the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off. That's off his foot. He's going to go for a bit of a walk there. And our original lineup card that we were handed about 15 minutes before the game, it was going to be Schertel actually hitting for himself. But this definitely does look like John Waters, number 25. So we'll pencil that in for you. And he'll deal with a 1-2 count. Full windup here from Dodd. Pitch on its way. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. Breaking ball towards the outside part of the plate, and Ethan Dodd strikes out the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. After 1, we are scoreless. As you're watching South Jersey South Shore Baseball, brought to you by Bunting Family Pharmacy. It's all good. We head now to the top of the second inning. Scoreless game. Strikeouts are the way to go. Between the two pitchers, we've got 5 strikeouts, including 2 for Schertel. And we did confirm that it was him that hit, and is still on the mound. Just a little bit of a number snafu. But we are fairly sure it is Juan Mejia getting ready to step up. It'll be followed by J.J. Swenkowski and Ethan Hickson. That is 6, 7, 8 in the Northfield Cardinal order. As Schertel gets ready, exclusively from the stretch against the righty Mejia. First pitch on its way. Swung on, foul back, and it's 0-1. Mejia out of right here in Ocean City. Went to St. Augustine Prep and Caldwell College. So here comes the 0-1. High for a ball. About neck high there as it kept on drifting up. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Mejia. Mejia started all 40 games as a senior. Led the team at Caldwell College in 2011 with a .281 average. 2 balls and 1 strike. To the Cardinal first baseman, as that's high for a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike. So Schertel will go for a little bit of a step off the mound to kind of regroup and settle in. So here comes the 3-1. High for a ball 4. Second walk given up by Schertel. Well, you know what they say about those leadoff walks. They tend to come in to score. Ocean City hoping not, as here comes J.J. Swenkowski. Back in 2017. New Jersey Athletic Conference first team out of Stockton. And the first pitch on its way. In there for a strike. It's 0-1. No major change from Schertel, but a little bit quicker to the plate. Not a big lead from Mejia either. So here comes the 0-1. High and inside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here to Swenkowski. That's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swenkowski listed 6 foot, 195. Deep in the batter's box with a straight up stance. And only about a 2-3 step lead over at first, as you can see. So here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball missing outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And as the sun starts to go down, it'll cool down, but not too much. Not as much as you would expect here in Ocean City. So here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. Third strikeout for Schertel, and it's 1 away. Now a good recovery after the leadoff walk with 1 out and 1 on. Here comes Ethan Hickson. Hickson out of Seton Hall. So here comes the first pitch. Swung on and missed. Just underneath that one. And it is 0-1. Hickson out of Mullica Hill, New Jersey. And again, as we mentioned, Seton Hall. Swung on. Oh, nope, that hit him. As he was offering at it at the time. And the home plate umpire confirming it hit helmet. Not bat. So first hit by pitch of the game. And since, again, it hit helmet, they go right to dead ball. It'll be first and second with 1 away. And here comes Justin Epifanio. So with the runner on second, they'll talk about signs real quick. Everybody coming in wondering, again, hitting the helmet, not a common thing. But there's certainly a distinctive sound between hitting the bat and hitting the helmet. And the home plate umpire is confident that it hit helmet. Epifanio, a career .260 hitter at Montclair State up in North Jersey. And a chance to get the Cardinals on the board. As we are scoreless in the top of the second inning. First pitch is on the inside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Middle infielders converge, taking a look at Juan Mejia. Pretty aggressive lead. Squares the bunt, pulls it back. It's in there for a strike. It's 0-2. Okay, with my vantage point being ground level, I can tell you high and low, inside, outside. That's going to be tough. So here comes the 0-2. Swung on foul, tip into the glove, and he struck him out. Second strike, no. Well, it was in the glove. I think he thought he dropped it, but it is a strikeout. And it is the second strikeout of the inning, fourth of the game. And we'll go to the number 10 hitter, and C.J. Wallowich. I think that was more wishful thinking for Epifanio, hoping that would drop. So a way out of this here for Schertel after giving up the walk and the hit by pitch. First pitch is waved out and missed. It's 0-1. Wallowich at Holy Spirit High School, Jefferson University in Philadelphia. There's all South Jersey at Holy Spirit. And again, a chance to get a run on the board. The 0-1. Breaking ball swung on and missed. And it's 0-2. Great movement there from Schertel. Started off a little bit above the knees. Next thing you know, it's at your feet. Light at the end of the tunnel here for Schertel as he stares in, and the pitch. Swung on, bouncer right back up the mound. Corey across, shovels on over, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left. After 1.5, we remain scoreless as you're watching South Jersey South Shore Baseball, brought to you by Bunting Family Pharmacy. That is a 4-6 put out in the second. To the bottom of the second we go. Still scoreless. It'll be 4, 5, and 6. 2 up. First pitch to Joe Gallagher is in the dirt for a ball, and it's 1-0. Gallagher followed by Chris Jablonski and Brody McKenzie as Ethan Dodd in the bottom of the first struck out the side, looking to do more of the same here. As here comes the 1-0. And that is swung on and belted into left field, chasing back Johnson. It'll go over his head and off the wall. Wide turn, now heading towards second. The throw is not in time. Good hustle there from Gallagher, and that's a good job by Johnson to get it in quickly to make it a close play. But after striking out the side, Ethan Dodd gives up a leadoff double. So first threat of the game for Ocean City. As here comes Chris Jablonski. Jablonski out of St. Augustine Prep and Ursinus College. The wind seems to calm down a little bit. Help that ball carry as here's the pitch. High for a ball. Goes to 1-0. Jablonski out of nearby Galloway, as we mentioned, Ursinus College in the Philadelphia area. So here comes the 1-0. Swung on ground ball up the middle, and that is snagged that short. Thrown over to first. And he is safe. Again, tough play. And it kind of looked like Mejia was off the back, had to race on over. So we don't have access to an official score, but we'll call that a hit, at least for now. And on the play, Gallagher was able to move to third, so runners on the corners, nobody out for Brody McKenzie. And the first pitch due to him is on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. McKenzie at a Holy Cross. Donis to work from the stretch, and the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Heavy swing there. And it's 0-2. Middle infielders will certainly concede a run for a possibility of the double play. Corners are in. Runner at first has a great jump. Swung on and missed. And the runner will make it to second on the steal, but Jablonski, or rather McKenzie, has struck out. Fourth strikeout of the game for Dodd. It's one away. A little surprised at that one as, again, Jablonski gets the steal. McKenzie out. Fourth strikeout for Dodd. One out, second and third, and here's Jackson Vanesco. They'll still keep the infield back somewhat. Well, middle infielders are certainly back. First pitch on its way. High for a ball, goes to 1-0. Yeah, that's a real trick in the 7-inning game. As we've already seen, pitchers starting fairly well. So here comes the 1-0. On the outside corner for a strike, it's 1-1. So to get that first run in as quickly as you can certainly puts the other team on its back foot, again, with these 7-inning contests. So here comes the 1-1 pitch from Dodd, working the full windup now. Breaking ball on the outside corner, it's 1-2. Vanesco is Bryant commit out of nearby St. Augustine Prep, the Hermits. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, foul back, just got a piece of it. Vanesco a little frustrated, but I think he was a little late on that one and very fortunate to at least get a chunk of it. More of a protect swing. Nothing wrong with that, though. And all you really have to do is get it in play up the middle, and you can drive yourself in a run. So here comes the 1-2. Swung on, foul tip once again. One ball, again, 2 strikes to Jackson Vanesco, the right fielder. It's Gallagher on at third, and Jablonski is on at second. Double single, and swung on and missed. And that is strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning for Dodd, and 5th of the game. All 5 outs he's registered come via the strikeout. And all swinging, by the way. So second and third with 2 away. And here comes Josh Arnold. Out of Petersburg. 5 years at Fairfield. Breaking ball on the inside corner. All right, now the Water Dogs trying not to squander this opportunity as here comes the 0-1. Missed outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Arnold. Played high school right down the block in Ocean City High Schools. Here comes the 1-1. That is dribbled just past the mound. Charging in is the shortstop. Has no play. A swinging bunt RBI for Josh Arnold, and it's 1-0 Ocean City. Again, once it got past the mound, it was going to be real tough to get him at first, or Gallagher or Jablonski anywhere. So the RBI to Arnold. Gallagher scores. Jablonski to third. It's runners on the corners, 2 away, and here comes NJ Ginn. Ginn out of Temple University. Peek on over to first by Dodd. And the pitch on its way. High for a ball, goes to 1-0. So that's 1 run in on 3 hits, and only 1 of them left the infield. But it doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to be effective. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. Outside and low. 2 balls and no strikes here again. And both teams employing the extra hitter, but just 1. Again, runners on the corners, 2 away. And snapped over to first. Gets Arnold back. And still waiting to see if Ethan Dodd can get it out without the strikeout. Almost had one there on Arnold. Here comes the 2-0. A little low and inside. And a little frustration from Dodd. I don't think necessarily with the call, but with his own execution maybe. That was certainly low and inside. As here comes the 3-0 pitched again. Taking the whole way. It's in there for a strike, and it's 3-1. And a 1-0 lead for Ocean City. So we play bottom of the second inning. Jablonski over at third, Arnold on at first. And 3-1. Swung on and missed at 3-2. Certainly got the pitch he liked, but it seemed like it took a little bit off of it. So full count. Arnold will take off from first. He is still holding him on, though. He takes off very early. He steps off, spins towards second. Nobody there. Throw to third, not in time. So a bit of a mistake there from Arnold, but it turns into a stolen base. And nobody covering up the middle. So now second and third. Still a full count. And the pitch. In there, and he struck him out. Third strikeout of the inning, 6th of the game, and that will retire the side. But 1 run comes in on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. And after 2, it's Ocean City 2, Northfield nothing. As you're watching South Jersey South Shore Baseball, brought to you by the Bunting Family Pharmacy. First pitch in to Justin Klemick was a ball just below the knees. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the order for the Cardinals. They trail 1-0. That's high for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes to Justin Klemick, the center fielder for the Northfield Cardinals, followed by Brett Ewing and Demetrius Johnson. So here comes a 2-0. And misses outside 3-0. So he's in danger of walking the leadoff man for the second straight inning. But he's been fortunate to strand 4 in the first 2 innings. Klemick let off the game with a strikeout. He's 0 for 1. But now it gets handed a 3-0 pitch. High for a ball 4. Third walk given up by Klemick, rather by Sjssbl. So Klemick, the leadoff man. And a timeout called by the coaching staff for Ocean City. Certainly don't want to give up a lead. Again, 1 run in that bottom of the second inning. And when you get handed a lead like that, you just want to make sure you get through the next inning quickly and smartly. Again, you got to attack these guys. But giving up the walks already against 3 walks and a hit by pitch, you got to let them put it into play. And trust your defense back behind you. That's pretty much what I would think this conversation will be about. So it's Klemick on at first. And here comes Brett Ewing. He's 1 for 1, single to left field in the first inning. Okay, Cardinals down by 1, playing top of the third inning of a 7-inning contest. And here comes the first pitch. Squares the bunt, pulls it back, thrown over to first, and it is not in time. And it's 1-0. I don't know if that was a pure pitch out or not. It was certainly well outside, but the catcher didn't really jump out of his crouch early like you would expect in a pitch out. Not a huge lead over at first. He squares the bunt, pulls it back. That's high and tight. And it's 2-0. So even if Ewing has no intention to bunt, it certainly is seemingly getting in the head of Sjssbl a little bit. Right now he's got to focus on throw a strike. He's trying to give you an out. Might as well try to take it. So here comes the pitch. That's low for a ball, and it's 3-0. A little bit of a step up there from Ewing as well. Kind of a softballish kind of look. A little bit of step forward as he squares in. So here comes a 3-0 pitch. No square. That's in for a strike. Certainly taking the whole way. And it's 3-1 now to Ewing. Ewing out of Gloucester County College. The 3-1. Swung on. Fouled off out of play. 3 balls and 2 strikes. A good comeback here for Sjssbl, going from 3-0 to 3-2. Yeah, Klemick not taking a big lead over at first, being held on by Jablonski. See if he takes off here, though, 3-2. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball over towards short. Oh, unable to reach it with DePasquale. Goes into center field. Just kicked off the edge of his glove. And we'll pencil that in as an unofficial error. Again, I'm not the official scorer. Well, make sure you check out the league website for the official scoring on all of this. If it is an error, it's the first error of the game. It's first and second with nobody out. Chance here for the Cardinals to have a relatively big inning. They're down 1-0. And here comes Demetrius Johnson. Johnson walked his first time up. That was in the first inning. And Sjssbl's been dealing with some stress. So here comes the pitch. He squares the bunt, pulls it back, and it's high for a ball. Goes to 1-0. Wheel play on, at least on the right side, as Jablonski charged and Corey came over to cover. But the third baseman, again, is only even with the line. I don't think he's looking to charge. So here comes the 1-0. Pulls it back. That's in there for a strike. And it's 1-1. Yeah, third baseman, again, certainly hoping that either the pitcher, catcher, or first baseman grabs the bunt and can throw to him. Get the lead runner. So here comes the 1-1. On the inside corners, he took something off, and it's 1-2. And even Demetrius Johnson kind of nodded. Yep, you got me. 1 ball and 2 strikes. to the Goldie Beacom College player. Open stance at the plate. And the 1-2. They'll hide inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Schertel gave up a hit and a walk in the first. Walk and hit by pitch in the second. Now it's a walk and a runner reaching on an error. So here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. 5th strikeout for Schertel, and it's 1 away. Yeah, you can talk enough about pitch count, but pitch count under stress is really what could be looked at here, as he's been in trouble pretty much every single inning. But he's done a great job getting out of it. So it's runners at first and second with 1 away, and here's Bobby Baxter. First pitch to him. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Baxter popped up in the infield in the first inning. He's a rising sophomore at Columbia University in New York. So here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball, nice block at the plate by Gallagher. 1 ball, 1 strike. Baxter back in high school. Well, the top 3 outfielders in New Jersey for sophomore, junior, and senior years. So here comes the 1-1. Swung on, fouled off the catcher. And it's 1-2. Hard off the catching shoulder of Joe Gallagher. Now, it doesn't matter what level you're at, whether you're playing here, whether you're playing at Citi Field, or anywhere in between. Catchers take a beating. Clemmick at second. Ewing is on at first. So here comes the 1-2 in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that was that long hop. Gallagher did a great job surrounding the ball, just letting it go off his chest right in front of him. Schertel trying to extend the strike zone, get him the chase. Wind starting to blow in a little heavy from center field. The 2-2. Swung on, foul back. So we do it again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Doesn't seem they're paying a lot of attention to Clemmick at second. Middle infielders are back, looking to stay in position for the double play ball. That's probably why all these pitchers are going in the dirt, trying to induce that double play. The 2-2. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. Chased one in the dirt this time. Second strikeout of the inning. That's 6 in the game for Schertel, and it's 2 away. So again, after Clemmick and Ewing got on to start off the inning, 2 straight strikeouts for Schertel, and here comes C.J. Brown. Strikeout victim himself back in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. And the first pitch. In there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Water Dogs leading 1-0. Trying to finish this season incredibly strong. They've won their last 8 and 9 of their last 10. Only a couple more games left. So here's the 0-1. In the dirt. That kicks away from the catcher. Charging towards third. And getting there safely is Clemmick. And jogging back behind him, Ewing to second. So now second and third with 2 away on that wild pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike count here to Schertel. It'll be 10-1-2 due up here for the Water Dogs. First pitch on its way and swung on and missed by Dan Boudreau. And it's 0-1. 1-0 lead for Ocean City. Again, Boudreau followed by DePasquale and Curry. Ethan Dodd on the mound firing the 0-1. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Quickly here to Dan Boudreau at Linwood, New Jersey. Mainland Regional High School, University of Rhode Island. And the 0-2 pitch. Chopped towards third. Kept alive there. Throw on over to first is in time. Nice tag applied by Mejia after the throw by Swenkowski was up the line. So 1 out. And nobody on. And we'll go to the top of the order for Andrew DePasquale. He's 0 for 1. And he struck out swinging back in the first inning. And that is the first out recorded by Dodd that wasn't via the strikeout. First pitch on its way. Swung on, fouled off to the right out of play. Heads up first base cameraman. And it's 0-1. And they got the protective netting for the streets and the condos all the way around, but not for our intrepid camera persons. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. Bouncer towards third, down the line, it spins foul. And it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to DePasquale out of Atlantic Cape Community College. Not too far from here, one of the best culinary schools around. Here comes the 0-2. Reaches out and pokes that foul, so he stays alive at 0-2. Something you wouldn't think of at a community college, but you have Atlantic Cape, Johnson and Wales. Those are pretty much among the top culinary schools in the entire country. Here comes another 0-2 pitch. Just missed inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 0-1-0 for Northfield. 1-3-1 for Ocean City. So here comes the 1-2. Swung on fly ball is right field. Coming over is Hickson. He makes the catch, and it's 2 away. Another protect swing from DePasquale, and all he could really do is just poke it the other way. It was shallow, and Hickson had to give it a run. So 2 outs, nobody on, and here comes Brian Curry. He struck out swinging back in the first inning. As part of that impressive first inning from Dodd, he struck out the side. First pitch here, inside and low at the feet of Curry, and it's 1-0. Curry at Mainland Regional High School, so swings and misses. Well, got a piece of that one. Back to the backstop. 1 ball and 1 strike. Former LSU Tiger. So here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball and misses inside. Slight offer there from Curry, but certainly not close enough for any appeal. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. Fastball high. And it's now 2-2. You're watching a 3rd place and 4th place team here in the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League. Here's the 2-2. High for a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Water Dogs right now in 3rd. Cardinals in 4th. And here's the payoff from Dodd. Swung on high, pop-up, but it'll hit the netting. And we do it again at 3-2. And a lot of extra netting around that you may not see at other parks. But again, this is downtown Ocean City. Don't want to nail a car if you can help it. Here's a payoff. Low for a ball, ball 4. First walk given up by Dodd. So Curry able to keep the inning alive. And here's Jaden Schertel. Schertel 0 for 1. Struck out swinging in the first. He hits from the left side, and the first pitch on its way. Swung on grounder up the middle, and that'll sneak through into center field for a base hit. Wide turn, maybe too wide. It's thrown back behind him. The tag is not in time. Dangerous play there from Curry. Again, it was a real wide turn. And a heads-up play by Klemic to throw back behind him, but couldn't get the tag down. First hit of the inning. And a little bit of a threat here from Ocean City. Fourth hit of the game. So a little two-out rally here for Ocean City. Did not notice if they went courtesy runner over at first. Doesn't look like they're going to. So here comes Joe Gallagher. You can go courtesy runner for pitchers and catchers. And there is a re-entry rule as well. First pitch on its way to Gallagher. Low for a ball. 1-0. Gallagher 1 for 1. Double the left and scored in the second inning. Long run of the game. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. High and inside for a ball. It goes to 2-0. Ewing, the second baseman, kind of sneaking back behind Curry, trying to keep him honest. Pretty thick grass, by the way, something I've noted by a lot of the people I've talked to here. Here comes the 2-0. Swung on and missed. Heavy swing there. And it's now 2-1. And obviously that is not a design by Ocean City. This is a community park, but that's the old Wrigley Field trick. So here's the 2-1. This is outside, 3-1. And you know you're going to have a ground ball pitcher to start off a series, and you're on the road. You let the grass grow. More so in the outfield here than the infield at Wrigley. Peek back to second. And stepping off is Dodd. Again, Curry on at second, Chertel on at first. With two away here in the bottom of the third inning. A 1-0 lead for the Ocean City Water Dogs. And the 3-1. Swung on, that is belted out towards right field. But playable, charging in, is Johnson. He makes the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, one hit, no errors, and two men left after three. It's Ocean City 1, Northfield nothing. You're watching South Jersey South Shore Baseball, brought to you by Bunting Family Pharmacy. One run, four hits, one error, four left for Ocean City. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 6 left on base for Northfield. We go to the top of the 4th inning from Memorial Park in Ocean City, New Jersey. Tom Wilms here. Thanks so much for joining us. Stepping to the plate is Juan Mejia. He'll be followed by J.J. Swenkowski and Ethan Hickson. That is 7, 8, and 9 in the Cardinal order. They've threatened every inning, but unable to score here against Jaden Schertel. First pitch on its way. Cut on and missed. And it's 0-1. As Mejia walked his first time up. That was in the 2nd inning. And only 1 hit given up by Schertel, but certainly have to keep an eye on those walks as here comes the 0-1. Swung on that, is lifted into left center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Charging in is the center fielder McKenzie. Second hit of the game for the Cardinals. And for the 3rd straight inning, they get the leadoff man on. Let's see if they can do something with it. Again, leadoff walks the last 2 innings. And again, you look at the stats over the years. Leadoff walks tend to come in to score, but not so much here for the Cardinals today. So Mejia takes the lead off at first. Here's J.J. Swenkowski. First pitch is swung on, fouled back. And it's 0-1. Swenkowski's 0 for 1, struck out in the 2nd inning. Swenkowski out of Stockton, the Ospreys. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. Inside and low. That's smothered by Gallagher. 1 ball and 1 strike. Wind starting to pick up a little bit, blowing in from right center field. When we started off, it was going left to right and actually stopped a potential home run. Turned into a double. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on and fouled off to the right out of play. And it's 1-2. Did that go across the street? Ooh, hit a car over there. Again, there is some netting, but that one somehow eluded. That is unfortunate. Well, when you're ever at a community field like this, you park as far away as you can. So here comes the 1-2. Swung on, it's a high fly ball out towards left field. Heading towards the line is Arnold that makes the catch. And it's 1 away. I think that one might have been knocked down as well. I don't know if it would have had home run distance anyway, but certainly at first Arnold was heading out towards the corner, then had to kind of change his path and move in a bit. So 1 out and 1 on here in the top of the 4th. Here's Ethan Hickson. Hickson hit by a pitch in the 2nd. Little controversy on that. So here's the first pitch. On the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. It was a bit of a check swing, and it hit something. Home plate umpire was confident that it hit helmet. So here comes the 0-1. Swung on and missed. He goes down to a knee. It's 0-2. But it did look like Ocean City thought that it might have been a bat hit, so it would have been a foul ball. But again, the umpires, who counts? Here's the 0-2. On the outside corner, and he struck him out. 7 strikeout for Schertel, and it's 2 away. Going right after Hickson there, especially with that last breaking ball nailing the outside corner. So 2 outs, man on at first, and here comes Justin Epifanio. And the first pitch to the righty. Swung on, fouled off to the right. And this time the netting did its job. It's 0-1. Epifanio 0 for 1. Struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. And great pitcher's duel here. And not just because of the low scoring. A lot of strikeouts so far. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled off once again. And it's quickly 0-2. All right, coming into this plate appearance, 13 strikeouts combined. Schertel would love to make it 14 here, which would be his 8th. Not a lot of balls put into play. Just 6 hits total. But most importantly, 1-0 Ocean City. So here comes the 0-2. Runner at first takes off. That's in there, and he struck him out. 2 straight strikeouts for Schertel. That's 8 in the game, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. After 3.5, we're halfway through. Ocean City 1, Northfield 0. So you're watching South Jersey South Shore Baseball, brought to you by the Bunting Family Pharmacy. We move on now to the bottom of the fourth inning. Chris Jablonski will lead things off, followed by Brody McKenzie and Jackson Vanesco. Ethan Dodd, last inning, bent but did not break, but has given up 1 run on 4 hits. He's also struck out 6. So let's see if he has a good recovery inning here after giving up a hit last inning. So here's Jablonski. First pitch on its way. Inside for a ball, goes to 1-0. Jablonski is 1 for 1. Infield hit, stole a base in the second inning. Full windup from Dodd, the 1-0 pitch. Chop foul on the right side, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. And Ocean City looking to add on to their 1-0 lead. And not a very long season, obviously, in these summer leagues. Looking at a 23-game season. So here comes the 1-1. That is broken bat looper over towards short. Charging in and making the catch is Epifanio. And it's 1 away. That was definitely right off the handle. Even the catcher, C.J. Brown's giving it an inspection for him. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And here's Brody McKenzie. McKenzie struck out swinging in the second. He's 0 for 1. Here's the first pitch to him. Inside and low for a ball. Goes to 1-0. Yeah, you got the short season. If you can find a way to win 8 in a row like Ocean City has, you find yourself in great shape. As here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. 1 ball and a 1 strike. Working quickly, Dodd. Here's the pitch. High and inside for a ball. And it's 2-1. It's very old school here from Dodd. The 2-1. This is inside, 3-1. Okay, when you work quickly like this, you're in danger of rushing, but you don't let the pit, you don't really let the hitter settle in as well. Catch 22. As here comes the 3-1. In there, right on the outside corner at 3-2. But if you ever go back and watch a game from the 70s and the 80s, see how quick those games are, and that's why. So here's the payoff. Outside for a ball 4. Second walk given up by Dodd. So a runner on at first with 1 away. And here's Jackson Vanesco. Vanesco 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the second. But now Dodd has to work from the stretch. We've only had 1-1-2-3 inning in the entire game so far. Snapped over to first. A little bit high, but a good job by Mejia to get the tag down, at least make it look close. A good throw may have gotten him. As mentioned, the only 1-2-3 inning was the bottom of the first inning. Water Dogs went down 1-2-3, all via the strikeout. But we've had action on the base paths ever since. So here comes the pitch. Runner fakes, swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Big secondary lead for McKenzie. Took 2 steps towards second. But didn't affect anything, at least not Dodd. And again, it's 0-1. Here to Vanesco, the right fielder. Throwing over to first. Really giving him a good look. Yeah, in these 7-inning games, you add 2 to the inning. So it says bottom 4th, but you think of it as a bottom of the 6th. Don't want to let this one get away at this point. Here's the 0-1. Runner goes. Squares the bunt. Pulls it back. It's in for a strike. Throw to second, and it is not in time. Goes into center field, but no advance from McKenzie. So no balls and 2 strikes here to Vanesco, but again, McKenzie on at second with 1 away. So that wipes out the double play. Corners are going to stay in, though. Peer back to second, the 0-2. Hard grounder to the right side. This will at very least move the runner over as Ewing throws it over to first in time. McKenzie crosses from second to third, and it's 2 away. A little small ball being employed by the Water Dogs. Runner on at third with 2 outs, and here comes Josh Arnold. Arnold already has 1 RBI in this game. It was a swinging bunt base hit, essentially. First pitch due. It's low and inside for a ball, and it's 1-0. In that second inning, it was second and third with 2 away. He just rolled it softly on the left side, the 1-0. This is inside, 2-0. Epifanio did all he could to charge it after it went past the mound, but could not pick it up clean, and that drove in a run. As that is outside for a ball, 3-0. This might be an intentional walk. Kind of pitching around him a little bit, looking at maybe M.J. Ginn as the preferred choice. So here comes a 3-0 pitch. Taking the whole way is Arnold, and it's in there for a strike, 3-1. And Brody McKenzie with some pretty good speed over at third. As here comes the 3-1. High for a ball 4. Second walk of the inning, third of the game for Ethan Dodd. So it'll be runners on the corners, and it'll be up to M.J. Ginn to try to bring in another run. It's 1-0 in favor of Ocean City as we play in the bottom of the 4th. Battery gets together to try to clean it up. And judging by that meeting, maybe that wasn't a pitch around situation. Dodd on the walk to McKenzie. Kind of seemed to rush. Maybe the same goes there. Maybe trying to tell him to take an extra beat. Settle it down a little bit. Pretty aggressive lead over at first from Arnold. First pitch on its way. At the knees for a strike again. And it's 0-1. As mentioned, Ginn struck out in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That just missed. A little bit outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. A little visible frustration there from Dodd. So good job by Brown to get up, give him a look. A little confidence boost. 1 ball and 1 strike. Just got to focus on the next task at hand. So here comes the 1-1. Runner at first takes off. It's outside for the ball. There'll be no throw. So stolen base for Arnold. So now a base hit could potentially score 2, and it's a 2-1 count again. And the pitch from Dodd. Misses inside. Now it's 3-1. After again, it'll be Dan Boudreau, the number 10 hitter in the order. So here comes the 3-1 pitch. Low for a ball 4. So the bases will be loaded thanks to 3 walks in the inning. And it will be up to Dan Boudreau to try to bring somebody home. But first we'll have a little conference on the mound here. Yeah, we're not counting a pitch count, really. We're trying to kind of guesstimate. And I'm not sure if he's at the end of his rope or not, but it's got to be upwards into the 70s. Especially thanks to this inning. And as mentioned, there was only one 1-2-3 inning. So if you figure he's averaging about at least 15 pitches per inning. And again, that might have been a settle down. Again, 2 straight walks. And again, now the number 10 hitter. Just got to focus on that. Don't worry about who's on base. Go full windup. And home plate umpire adjusting the straps on his mask while he has the time. Now we're all ready to go. First pitch on its way. At the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. McKenzie on at third, Arnold on at second. McGinn is on at first. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Challenge fastball there, and now light at the end of this tunnel here from Dodd. Back on the slab, rocks back and fires the 0-2 pitch. High for a ball as he got underneath that one, sailed it, and it's 1-2. Certainly we'll note that McKenzie over at third, really getting a big secondary lead, trying to get into his vision. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung on foul, tip into the glove, and he struck him out. Strikeout number 7 for Ethan Dodd, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and the bases left loaded. And after 4, it's Ocean City 1, Northfield nothing. You're watching South Jersey South Shore Baseball, brought to you by Bunting Family Pharmacy. Well, the Cardinals able to threaten in the bottom of the 4th, but could not score, so it stays 1-0 Ocean City. Actually, Ocean City trying to respond in the bottom of the 4th inning to add to their 1-0 lead. We'll go to the bottom of the order here, and this will be C.J. Wallowich, followed by Justin Klemick and Brett Ewing. That is 10-1-2. It always will sound weird saying that. The first pitch here is outside and low. And 1 run in for Ocean City on 4 hits, and they have stranded 7 on base. Same goes for Northfield, by the way. So this 1-0 game certainly could be a whole lot different. So here comes the 1-0. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Wallowich, who's 0 for 1, grounded out in the 2nd inning. A long look in here, and here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball low for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Certainly noted that Ethan Dodd on the mound for Northfield has a quick pace. Shurtell not so much, but not slow either. So here's a 2-1. High for a ball, goes to 3-1. And he's only given up a couple of hits, but has had some walking issues. And a 3-1 count, I'm sure Wallowich knows that as well. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swung on, foul back. That was right in the wheelhouse. Just couldn't quite catch up. And it's 3-2. And a 3-1 count, it's exactly what you do. You look for your spot. That actually skimmed off the catcher, by the way. But again, 3-1 count, you look for your spot. See if you can hammer. Now you've got to play protect. So here comes the payoff. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. 9th strikeout for Jaden Shurtell. So 1 out. And nobody on. We go to the top of the order, and here's Justin Klemick. Klemick 0 for 1. And the first pitch to him. Swung on and missed. And it's 0-1. Struck out swinging in the first, walked in the third. So here comes the 0-1. High and outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Cardinal center fielder. Out of Immaculata, the Mighty Max. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. And it's 1-2. Immaculata Division III school in the Philadelphia area. In the Atlantic East, here's the 1-2. Good reach there to stay alive by Klemick. Again, his initial step as he was swinging kind of looked like he was going after something outside. Next thing you know, it's at his feet. And that was a big old swing. And very fortunate to get a little chunk of it. Stays alive at 1-2. Again, top of the 5th inning of this 7-inning contest, just 1-0. The 1-2. High for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And as the sun starts to go down, the breeze starts to pick up off the ocean. So here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. 2 straight strikeouts. Yeah, for sure tell. That's 10 in the game. And it's 2 away. Now, it's 2 strikeouts in the inning, but it's actually 4 straight. For sure tell, dating back to the 4th inning. So talk about heating up at the right time, heading towards the later stages. So 2 outs, nobody on for Brett Ewing. And the first pitch to him. Breaking ball low for a ball, goes to 1-0. Now, Ewing has reached twice. He's 1 for 2. Single to left in the first, reached on an error in the third. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball low. 2 balls and no strikes. And the wide open stance here from Ewing. And the 2-0. High for a ball. And it goes to 3-0. Chertel seems to have lost the strike zone. Last thing you want to do is get into the 3, 4, and 5 part of the order with runners on base. Rather face them in the 6th. Well, Chertel's job here is to attack. A 3-0. That's in there for a strike. It's 3-1 as Ewing took the whole way. Now see if you can key in on something and give it a ride. The pitch on its way. Swung, and it's a high pop-up back behind home plate. Giving it a look is Jablonski, but well out of play, and it's 3-2. So a good comeback here from Chertel. And we talked about there being a lack of foul territory behind home plate. Not much down the lines either. So here comes the payoff pitch. At the knees, and he struck him out. 5 straight strikeouts for Chertel. That's 11 in the game as he strikes out the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left after 4.5. It stays 1-0 Ocean City as you're watching South Jersey South Shore Baseball, brought to you by Bunting Family Pharmacy. Bottom of the 5th inning, top of the Ocean City order as we enter DePasquale, followed by Brian Corey and Jaden Schertel. First pitch on its way from Ethan Dodd. That is low and outside for a ball. It goes to 1-0. DePasquale is 0 for 2. As he struck out in the first, flew out to right in the third. As here's the 1-0. Inside for a ball, goes to 2-0. Strikeouts, the name of the game so far in this one. Combined 18 strikeouts between the two pitchers. As here comes the 2-0. That's at the thigh for a strike, and it goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. And 5 strikeouts in a row for Schertel. But on the mound here, Dodd, he's got 7, and his last strikeout was last inning. As that is on the outside corner, it goes to 2-2. Struck out the side in the first, got 3 strikeouts in the second after a couple of base hits and a run scored. So here's a 2-2. Chopped back behind home plate, so he stays alive. We do it again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Okay, just 1 run in the game on 4 hits for Ocean City. It was an RBI infield hit for Josh Arnold. So here comes 2-2. Bouncer towards third, but that spins foul. We'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good job here by DePasquale to stay alive. A good battle brewing here between Dodd and DePasquale. Here comes another 2-2 pitch. Reaches out and pokes this one foul. Yeah, that certainly looked like a swing where the body went forward, but the hand stayed back, and it was enough to just get a nudge on it to make sure you at least got a piece of it. The 2-2. That gets away. They asked for the appeal. Well, have they asked? And he did not swing. So that is a ball. Good job by the catcher to at least complete the play, see if it was a strikeout. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And umpires are going to get together on this one. Again, the ruling on the field is no swing. And again, the reaction from, lack of a strike call means that DePasquale wasn't going anywhere. So the question is it a ball or did he get a piece of it and foul it off? So I think he just said the ball hit the bat, which would make it a 2-2 count. See if we can get... So see if we can confirm this as we go. Here comes the pitch. That was a ball, and so is this one. That's ball 4. A little bit of controversy, but what's baseball without controversy? 5th walk given up by Dodd. That's all over the last 3 innings. So the man on at first, and nobody out. Here's Brian Curry. Curry's 0 for 1. Struck out in the first, walked in the third. And Dodd goes right back to the stretch. Snaps it over to first, and he gets back just in time. I like Dodd's move there. Real quick as he works on the first base side of the rubber. And the first pitch. That misses outside. One ball and no strikes here to Brian Curry. And Ocean City leading 1-0, playing bottom of the 5th inning of a 7-inning contest. So here comes the 1-0. Runner at first takes off. That's in for a strike. Throw to second is on 1 hop, and it is not in time. He slides past the bag, but he gets back on. Stolen base for Andrew DePasquale. So it'll be a 1-1 count here to Curry. And now a runner in scoring position with nobody out. So at very least, if he chops it to the right side, that's actually a big hole there. Because the second baseman, Brett Ewing, is towards the bag. That swung on and missed. And it's 1-2. Actually kind of looked like he was going the other way with that swing. Now he'll go into a protect mode. The look back to second, the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball waved out and missed, and he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 for Ethan Dodd. So 1 out and a man on at second. And here comes Sjssbl, trying to help his own cause here. He certainly has done it on the mound with 11 strikeouts in the first 5 innings. But if he can drop one in the outfield, he can get himself an RBI. As that's inside for a ball. It goes to a 1-0. Ethan Dodd, and hoping for a call there. Here comes the 1-0, but timeout called and accepted. And we mentioned earlier that Dodd likes a quick pace. A little surprising with a runner on. Pitchers tend to slow it down a bit. But in this case, Sjssbl wanted to slow it down. Dodd looks back to second. And the 1-0 pitch. Outside for a ball with the breaking ball. 2 balls and no strikes. And Water Dogs looking to add to a 1-0 lead. 13-7 on the year. So here comes a 2-0. Inside low, and that's a nice block by Brown. See if they'll reach the glove across and smother it, so it's 3-0. Again, real meat of the order here for the Water Dogs. So some serious stress for Ethan Dodd. Sjssbl, the number 3 hitter. So here's a 3-0 pitch. Had the green light, swung on and lifted into left center field. Outfielders converge and able to make the catch was Johnson. It's 2 away. And off the bat, that kind of seemed like it was going straight away. But wind may be swirling a little more than the flags are telling us. So man on at second with 2 away, and here's Joe Gallagher. Gallagher 1 for 2. Double the left and scored in the second, and flew out to left in the third. So at least showing in his first 2 plate appearances, bit of a pull hitter. Here comes the first pitch to him. Breaking ball on the inside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Water Dogs trying not to squander the man on at second, as he was on at second with nobody out, but a strikeout and a flyout. And Dodd's almost out of the inning. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. Fastball high and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Gallagher. Joe Gallagher out of IMG Academy down in Florida. So here comes the 1-1. And misses inside. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Gallagher. I talk about how well Ocean City has played lately. Cardinals looking to extend a winning streak to 2 after last night's win against Upseekin. So here comes the 2-1. Swung on, popped up, left side, foul territory. As everybody gives it a look, but it's into the street. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, this is definitely a ballpark nestled into the middle of a city. So not a lot of foul territory, not a lot of in the park territory. So we've already had 1 car get nailed by a ball. As timeout is called and accepted at the plate. Man on at second, Andrew D. Pasquale received a walk and stole second. Still taking a pretty aggressive lead. So Dodd will give him a good stare. And the 2-2. Misses inside on the breaking ball. It's 3-2. Gallagher can get on. He'll be followed by Chris Jablonski. So Ocean City's trying to add on to this 1-0 lead. In their penultimate game of the season. 1 more game to go. Here's the payoff pitch. Outside low. It gets away. It will be a walk. No advance at second, so it'll be runners at first and second with 2 away for Chris Jablonski. Second walk of the inning. And that is 6 strikeouts. There's 6 walks, rather, for Ethan Dodd. Definitely have had more in the way of walks than we've had hits. So here's Jablonski, first and second, with 2 away. Jablonski is 1 for 2. Here's the first pitch to him. Low, gets away. Runners will try to advance. There'll be no throws. So DePasquale will go to third, Gallagher to second. So now Basic could potentially score 2. And that's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jablonski. Infield hit, stole a base in the second. And then popped up in the infield in the fourth. So we play here in the bottom of the fifth. The 1-1 on the outside corner for a strike. And it's 1-2. Bit of a grimace on the face of Jablonski. Whether it be with the call or thinking he could have done something with it. As here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball, that is lifted into left field. Charging over is Johnson. He makes the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left after 5. It's Ocean City 1, Northfield nothing. You're watching South Jersey South Shore Baseball, brought to you by Bunting Family Pharmacy. We head now to the top of the 6th inning, and it'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Northfield Cardinals. They trail 1-0. New pitcher on the mound, though, for Ocean City. Looks like it's Josh Arnold coming in from left field to pitch. So Jaden Schertel goes 5 innings, gives up a couple of hits, no runs, walks 3. He hits 1 batter, but has struck out 11, and he's in line for the victory. We'll get you the left fielder in a moment. I believe it's actually Schertel who probably moved out there. But we'll keep an eye on that. And again, 3, 4, 5 due up for Northfield. Again, they've been able to threaten just about every inning. Except the last one where Schertel struck out the side. He finishes off again incredibly strong, striking out 5 in a row, going from the 4th into the 5th. So here's Demetrius Johnson. He's 0 for 1 as he walked in the 1st, struck out swinging in the 3rd. First pitch on its way. That's outside for a ball, goes to 1-0. And we'll try to note any defensive changes that we catch. Does look like that's the only one. So here's the 1-0. Low for a ball, goes to 2-0. And Johnson walked in the 1st, struck out in the 3rd. Trying to find a way back into this game. Again, it's only 1-0. That's in there for a strike right at the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike. And Northfield has stranded 7 Ocean City is stranded 9. So here comes a 2-1 in the dirt. That gets away, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike here to Johnson. Followed by Bobby Baxter and C.J. Brown. They come to you from Memorial Park in Ocean City. So here comes the 3-1. Swung on and missed, and it's 3-2. So they look like Johnson got what he wanted, but just could not make the contact. A lot of heavy swings, especially with the wind blowing in. I think you'd want to stay a little bit more level. So here comes the payoff pitch. At the knees, and he struck him out. First strikeout for Arnold, and it's 1 away. So combined now between Sjssbl and Arnold. Had 6 straight strikeouts. And here comes Bobby Baxter. Baxter is 0 for 2. So he popped up in the first, struck out. In the third, as he squares and pulls it back, and that misses 1-0. So here comes the 1-0. That is in there for a strike. It's 1-1. And frustration starting to boil over a little bit. Reactions are a little bit more demonstrative. So here comes the 1-1. That's in there for a strike. It's 1-2. Now Arnold showing off a pretty good pace here. So here's the 1-2. Breaking ball misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Only 5 outs to work with here for Northfield. But they're only down by 1. So here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. That's 2 straight strikeouts for Arnold. And it's 2 away. Seven straight strikeouts for Ocean City pitchers. Here comes C.J. Brown. First pitch to him. Chopped towards third. It's a high one. Good weight. Throw across the diamond is not in time. Just chopped way too high, and Ginnigan had to really wait for essentially a pop-up to come on down to make a play on it. So Cardinals looking to start a 2-out rally. Just their 3rd hit of the game. That ends a streak of 8 straight retired, 7 of which, the last 7, via strikeout. So here comes Juan Mejia. Mejia has reached twice. So he's 1 for 1. First pitch on its way. It's at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. Mejia walked in the second, single in the fourth, and he's the only Cardinal who has not struck out. Not a big lead over there at first from Brown. Extends it a little bit as we say that. And the 0-1. Grounded to the right side. That'll sneak in the right field for a base hit. Brown looks to his coach. He'll head to third. The throw is high. Gets away. And he'll be awarded the plate on the throwing error. We're tied at 1. Well, you put it into play. Things happen. As, again, Mejia gets the base hit. C.J. Brown being aggressive. And on the throw from Bonesco that got away into the street. Brown able to score and tie the game up here in the top of the 6th inning. Second error of the game charged to Ocean City. And Mejia, I think they're deciding where to put him. I think he would go to second on the play. I think he would only get the 1 base. Again, if he was around second heading towards third or already on second, you'd give him third. But he was heading towards second when that throw was out of play, and you only get the 1 base. So now a chance here all of a sudden for Northfield to take the lead here in the top of the 6th inning. And unfortunately for Mejia, he won't get himself an RBI, but I don't think he cares. And now we've got a nice argument going on. And it looks like the third base coach, third base coach has been tossed. A little frustration there, but and we're looking at a 1-1 game with 2 outs and a man in scoring position for J.J. Swenkowski. So thanks to a little bit of rough luck for Schertel, he'll get a no decision out of this. As he came into it with the lead. Here comes the pitch. Chop foul out of play, and it's 0-1. Swenkowski is 0 for 2. Struck out swinging in the second, flew out to left in the fourth. Right now it'll be up to Arnold to just buckle down here. Concentrate the task at hand, get through this inning. From the stretch, looks back to second. The 0-1 on the inside corner with a breaking ball. It's 0-2. Again, it was 2 straight strikeouts for Arnold. Then the infield hit by Brown, the hit by Mejia, and Brown came in to score on a throwing error. So he tried to go first to third. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, popped up foul, and it'll go out of play. Well, so that's a pretty nice catch by Ethan Hickson. Caught the ricochet in the on-deck circle. Deep breath on the mound as here comes another 0-2. Swung on, fouled off, and we do it again. No balls and 2 strikes. As we mentioned earlier, not a lot of way of room in foul territory. I'm sure hoping that everybody who is hanging out outside the fence, including the on-deck man, is paying attention. Won't be a lot of time to react if a ball heads your way. Another 0-2. Swung on, fouled off. As Swenkowski continues the battle. And Cardinals seeing an opportunity here. With a man on at second and 2 away and a run already in. Try to take their first lead of the game. We're tied up at 1. Juan Mejia on at second. Being held somewhat close by the second baseman, Brian Curry. Another 0-2. Breaking ball in there, and he struck him out. 3 strikeouts an inning for Arnold. And that will retire the side. But 1 run does come in on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left. After 5.5, we're tied at 1. You're watching South Jersey South Shore Baseball, brought to you by Bunting Family Pharmacy. We'll head down to the bottom of the 6th inning, and Ocean City finds themselves in a 1-1 game after giving up a run in the last inning unearned. It'll be Brody McKenzie, followed by Jackson Vanesco and Josh Arnold. New pitcher on the mound for Northfield, as they'll switch Dodds. It'll be Michael Dodd to pitch in replace of Ethan Dodd. Michael, 41 2/3 innings this past spring for Cumberland County College. Ethan Dodd will get a no decision out of this. He ends up going 5 innings, gives up 4 hits, 1 run, it was earned. He walks 6 and struck out 8. So an up and down performance from Ethan Dodd, but now it'll be up to Michael Dodd to try to finish it off. First pitch due in here to Brody McKenzie. McKenzie is 0 for 1. Struck out in the second, walked, stole a base in the 4th. First pitch here is inside for a ball, goes to 1-0. Bottom of the 6th inning of a 7-inning game. Here's the 1-0. At the knees for a strike. It's 1-1. And McKenzie, Vanesco, Arnold. So that's in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. So here's a 2-1. Bounce towards third, and that'll be a fair ball as it heads down towards the corner. Chasing it down, Johnson. Rounding first, heading to second is McKenzie. The throw is not in time. Lead-off double for Brody McKenzie. And the Water Dogs are right back in business. Their 5th hit of the game. And a man in scoring position. Now, bottom of the 6th inning, 7-inning game. Man on at second with nobody out. If you're Jackson Vanesco, do you play small ball? Do you push him over? Left-handed hitter who's 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out in the second, grounded out in the 4th. Corner sneaking in, thinking he may lay one down. Pitch on its way. No square, swings and misses. And it's 0-1. There was really no step on that swing either. That was just a pure hands swing. Dodd peeks back, and here's the 0-1. Waved out and missed. Chased one on the outside part of the plate, and it's 0-2. At very least, you want to put this into play, hopefully to the right side of the infield. But right now, at 0-2, you'll take anything. The pitch. Outside for a ball. That's a smart pitch from Dodd. Go to the outside part of the plate. If he does put it in play, at least you hold the runner. Again, Dodd from the stretch. Look back to second. The 1-2. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. First strikeout for Michael Dodd. The 1 out and the man on at second. And here's Josh Arnold. Arnold's reached twice. He's 1 for 1. First pitch due in here from Dodd. Looks like he was taking the whole way, and it's in for a strike. It's 0-1. Arnold, RBI infield single, and stole a base in the second. Walked, stole a base in the 4th. So here's the pitch. High for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. So Arnold gets on base. He likes to run a bit. But now that he's the pitcher, will that change? We'll find out if he gets on. Look back to second, and the 1-1. High inside as he has to spin away out of the way of that one. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now that'll wake you up. If you're not awake already, the 2-1. Swung on, fouled off to the right out of play. And it's 2-2. Man on at second with 1 away as we play in the bottom of the 6th. Doesn't seem like McKenzie's taking a very big lead, but he's also being held somewhat close by the second baseman Ewing. He takes off a third. The 2-2 swung on, bounce towards the left side. Backhanded by Epifanio, and there'll be no play. He'll eat it. I don't think he wanted to take a chance on throwing, and McKenzie coming in to score. So an infield hit for Arnold. Runners on the corners with 1 away, and here's MJ Ginn. And McKenzie had such a great jump that he was practically on third when the play was made at short by Epifanio. So he throws it over to first, and you just never know if McKenzie would have took off for the plate. So a little conservative there. Again, runners on the corners, one away, and the number 9 hitter again steps up. He's 0 for 1. Struck out in the second, walked in the fourth. Runner at first is already taken off. The pitch is in for a strike. There'll be no throw. Third stolen base of the game for Josh Arnold. And it's significant. So there goes the potential double play ball. But it is an 0-1 count again. Pitch on its way. Squares the bunt. It's a safety squeeze. Throw to the plate is low. And he is safe as it gets away from the catcher. And Ocean City takes a 2-1 lead. They don't play a ball play dead. Throw to the plate. And he is, well, now they call timeout. Well, then maybe there was a timeout called and we didn't detect, and neither did Ocean City. So that second runner has to come back to third. But it is a 2-1 lead for the Water Dogs. On the safety squeeze, McKenzie scores. Arnold to third. And again, as safe at first, he picks up the RBI. We go to the bottom of the order, and here's Dan Boudreau. And runners on the corners, one away. And the pitch. Bunted foul out of play. So it's 0-1 here to Boudreau. Ground out in the third and struck out in the fourth. Here comes the 0-1. This is bunted, popped up first base side. Pitcher comes over to grab. And it's now 2 away. So it'll stay runners on the corners. And we go to the top of the order for Andrew DePasquale. And the pitch on its way. Inside, hit him. See, angrily throws the bat away. But that will load the bases. And a big chance here for Brian Curry with 2 outs. And again, bases are loaded here for the Water Dogs, trying to add to a 2-1 lead. Corey's 0 for 2 as he struck out in the first, walked in the third, struck out in the fifth. And the pitch on its way from Dodd. Bouncer towards third, off the chest of Swenkowski. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. But 1 run comes in on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 men left. We go to the 7th inning. It's 2-1 Ocean City. And you're watching South Jersey South Shore Baseball, brought to you by Bunting Family Pharmacy. So we go to the top of the 7th inning, and it'll be up to the 8, 9, and 10 hitters for Northfield to try to force a bottom of the 7th inning. It's 2-1 in favor of the Ocean City Water Dogs. It'll be Ethan Hickson, Justin Epifanio, and C.J. Wallowich to take on Josh Arnold in his 2nd inning of work. And all of a sudden, after giving up the lead in the 6th inning, he's in line for a victory here if he can finish this inning off. Tom Wilms here. Thanks so much for joining us. As we remind you, coming up on Thursday, it'll be our next broadcast. That'll be at Buena as they take on the South Jersey Surf. That's coming up again on Thursday. And it looks like we're all ready to go. And some momentum here, though, for Northfield. They scored last inning. It was a 2-out rally, so they can feel confident that they can put together another rally here. As, again, here comes Ethan Hickson. Hickson is 0 for 1. Hit by a pitch in the 2nd. Struck out looking in the 4th inning. First pitch here. It's high for the ball. And it goes to 1-0. And Ocean City trying to win their 9th in a row. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. And right now, the simple task really should be for the Cardinals, get runners on. Don't need the big swing. The 1-1. That's at the knees for a strike. And it's 1-2. A little bit of a check swing there from Hickson, but wasn't happy with the decision. So Arnold rocks back and fires. The 1-2. Swung on, fouled back. And he stays alive, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The look in, and then ready to go with another 1-2. Swung on, fouled off the umpire. And we were talking to the umpire earlier. I don't know if you guys remember. Back in the 3rd inning, he was adjusting his helmet. He wasn't going to go back there without that helmet being adjusted, and he looks at it again. Took that off his shoulder, it looked like, though. May have skimmed off the helmet as well. But nary a flinch from our home plate umpire. So another 1-2 due in here to Hickson. Bounce towards 3rd. That'll skim foul. Good battle here from Hickson. And Schertel with the first 5. Arnold trying to complete the last 2 and pick up the win for the Water Dogs. So here comes another 1-2 pitch. Check swing, pitch is high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I think Arnold wanted to ask for the appeal, but it wasn't close, so no real reason for it. So here comes the 2-2. On the outside corner, and he struck him out. 4th strikeout for Arnold, and it's 1 away. That is a total of 15 strikeouts for Ocean City pitchers. And here comes Justin Epifanio. Epifanio's 0 for 2. Struck out swinging in the 2nd, looking in the 4th. First pitch due in. On the inside corner, first strike, knee level. And it's 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch with Arnold working quickly. Rolled to the right side. Scooped up there by Jablonski. Shovels to the pitcher covering in time. And now the Cardinals are down to their last out. 2 outs, nobody on. And here comes C.J. Wallowich. Wallowich 0 for 2. Grounded out in the 2nd. Struck out in the 5th. Don't go anywhere after this one is done. We'll have a short little post-game show right after the game's over. Northfield is hoping they're hoping to push it off a little bit if they can. So here comes the first pitch. Inside for balls. He has to spin out of the way, and it's 1-0. Now Arnold, I like his pace, real quick, but not rushed. Here's the 1-0. At the knees for a strike. It's 1-1. 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 6th for Ocean City. Northfield 1 in the 6th. The 1-1. Chop foul on the left side. It's 1-2, and the Cardinals are down to their last strike. So Josh Arnold will step back on the slab, take a nice look in, peer over the glove, agrees on the second sign. Here comes the 1-2. Inside, hit him. Tying run will get on base. And we go to the top of the Cardinal order, and this is Justin Klemick. Klemick 0 for 2. So he struck out in the first, walked in the third, struck out in the fifth. So a little bit of hope here for Northfield. Well, the Cardinals have run out of outs to work with. Here comes the first pitch from the stretch. Swung on and missed. And it's 0-1. They got a piece of it. Same result, though, and it's 0-1. Here to Klemick, trying to send it along to Ewing. Here comes the 0-1. In there. It's strike 2. 0-2. And once again, the Cardinals down to their last strike. That fastball labeled for the knees. And man on at first with 2 away. Here comes the 0-2. Chop foul on the breaking ball. So we do it again, 0-2. That's a good protect swing there from Klemick. And the body kind of flew forward, which you would expect. Again, you want to protect fastball and be ready for anything breaking. The hand stayed back nicely, though, and he just flicked it. Another 0-2. Fouled off at the plate. Intriguing that Arnold's going right after him. And went after him with a breaking ball. It looked like it was heading towards the inside and his feet. That one was a challenge fastball. See what he thinks here. Another 0-2. In there, he struck him out, and the game is over. As the Ocean City Water Dogs, they defeat the Northfield Cardinals. Final score of 2-1. Yet another strikeout. As Josh Arnold finishes it off in style. That was his 5th strikeout of the game. Ocean City finishes with 2 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors. They left 12 men on base. Northfield, 1 run on 4 hits. They had no errors. And they left 9 men on base. Picking up the win was Josh Arnold. Again, the last 2 innings, gave up a run on 2 hits, an unearned run at that, and he ended up striking out 4. While suffering the loss was Michael Dodd. He went the last inning for Northfield, and again, gave up 1 run on 2 hits, struck out 1, also hit a batter. Again, pitching certainly starring in this one, but the Ocean City Water Dogs able to finish off with the victory. So, Ocean City, they improved to 14-7 on the year. They've won 9 in a row, while Northfield, they finish off this game at 12-10 on the year. That'll just about do it for us. Once again, our final score, Ocean City 2, Northfield 1. For all of us here at Memorial Park in Ocean City, New Jersey, this is Tom Wilms saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you real soon.